Opo, sir, ito pong International Career Support Association o ICSA. Isa po itong UNNGO. Nag-file po sila no ng statement na doon po sa United Nations. Nag-submit sila doon ng kanilang panig at sila po ay nakakusa sa Marcos Jr. government na ginagamit na raw yung ICC laban kay dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Itong ganitong mga petisyon o mga liham o mga statements na isinusumite po sa United Nations, ito ba ay makatutulong, sir, sa kaso ng dating presidente?
Anything that will bring out a public and international appeal insofar as the illegality of the arrest and the forcible taking of former President Duterte to The Hague uh, would help the cause of the former president. And that includes the cause of the millions of Filipinos who have been praying and supporting for him. No? Pero meron din nagsasabi na kahit na anong apila yan, saang apila, gaano karaming apila, hindi pa rin makikinig yung ICC. Kasi sa sinabi na nila, may jurisdiction yung korte, itutuloy namin yung kaso patungkol kay former President Duterte. So, but whatever is the case, hindi tayo hihinto. Ang pag-alam ko, yung sinasabi mong grupo, hindi nga yan grupo ng mga Pinoy solely, no?
Opo.
It's an international organization. So ibig sabihin, pati yung mga dayuhan na nakikita nila na hindi tama yung treatment kay former president, tumutulong na rin na mailabas yung kwento, yung totoong kwento na hindi nga tama yung ginawa kay former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Opo.
Nakikita ko sa screen nyo yung pag-appear ni former Executive Secretary Bingbong Villaldea, no? During the first and only hearing, at the first hearing where former President appeared. And I recall that in his manifestation, si former Secretary Villaldea was saying na yung nangyari kay former President Rodrigo Duterte was no less than extraordinary rendition or otherwise termed as kidnapping out of the Philippines to The Hague.
Opo, sir, anong komento ng legal team doon po sa naging cell monitoring ng ICC kay FPRD dahil po sa kanyang chronic physical ailments? May komento rin po ba ang pamilya dito sa naging hakbang?
Hindi ko po naikwento, hindi ko naitanong kung sa pamilya
Mm.
patungkol dyan sa nangyayari kay former president. Pero nakakabahala, nakakagalit sa nangyayari sa kanya. The motion that the former Counsel Kaufman filed to verify yung mga reports na natutumba nga yung former president dahil nga sa edad niya, alam natin na may kapansanan siya. Totoo nga, totoo. Pero na-watered down. If you look at the statement of the ICC registry, I say, a rare occasion, can you imagine? Kung sino yung mga nakakakilala kay former president na hindi pa siya dinala sa Hague. Alam natin na mahina na siya maglakad at merong ngang umaalalay sa gilid kasi nga natutumba. Ngayon, mahigit isang taon na siya doon and it's not well taken care of, including the kind of food that he's supposed to eat to nourish his body. What do you expect? I would not be surprised if there will be, I hope not, matutumban na naman siya. Yan ang problema doon. Talagang very frustrating that you hear this news. Kaya ang panawagan ko, iuwi na siya sa Pilipinas. Panawagan ng karamihan, hindi lang po ako. Iuwi na siya sa Pilipinas. They want to continue with the case, let them continue with the case. In fact, his prayer for interim release was denied because allegedly he's a flight risk. Sino maniwala dyan? Natutumba nga na nga yung tao.
Opo. Tsaka
Kaya,
ini-issue attorney na malakas pa raw ang impluensya ng dating presidente. Kaya dapat daw sa ICC lang siya ma-detain.
nako, mas malakas pa nga itong gobyernong ito kasi sapilitan talaga na dinala siya sa Hague. At gusto na naman nila hanapin si Senator Bato. The whole point of this episode, the whole point of this episode, MJ, at I'm trying to understand the whole thing, no? Talagang it really compromises or diminishes our being Filipino citizen that we cannot address these grievances between and among Filipinos by us Filipinos. And I'm referring to having to file it before the appropriate Philippine court. Ina-outsource na natin yung judicial system natin sa labas ng bansa. Kaya nga ako, I'm a lawyer. I've been practicing for quite some time. I feel so bad and so insulted that we are outsourcing our judicial system. Yeah. Meron pa nagsasabi dyan, law expert. Talagang mahirap daw ito na kaso. Kaya dalhin natin sa labas. My God.
Pero hindi po ba, attorney?
Coming from a lawyer, hindi ko na maintindihan. If you don't have any trust in our judicial system, imperfect as it may be, just like the ICC, it's also imperfect. If you cannot trust the Philippine judicial system, huwag ka na mag-practice as a lawyer.
Opo. Tsaka, attorney, kung kukuha din naman sila ng ebidensya at mag-iimbestiga, dito rin naman po sila sa bansa balik. Maaari din nga makipagtulungan sila sa mga law enforcer dito. Parang pinapalayo lang nila, pinapahirapan lang nila yung sarili nila kumpara sa kung dito isampa yung kaso sa local courts, mas madali pang ma-access kung gusto nila ng mag-imbestiga at makakalap ng ebidensya, attorney.
Actually, tama naman kayo doon, ano? Pero ang hindi ko, what I would not agree with that statement is, ituloy natin yung kaso doon, dito mag-imbestiga sa Pilipinas. Yun po ang ayaw natin, na dinggin yung kaso sa labas ng Pilipinas. Dito sa Pilipinas natin dinggin yung kaso. Dito yung kaso ipafile sa Pilipinas. We still trust the judicial system here. It has its own difficulties perhaps, but this is the only judicial system that we have. Kailan ba nangyari na hindi natin kinaya kahit na anong klaseng kaso na nangyari dito sa Pilipinas, kahit na anong klaseng kaso, kailan ba nangyari na we gave up on our judicial system?
Opo.
Yung panahon nga ng Maguindanao Massacre, in one day, 58 people died, not just died, killed in such gruesome manner. Hinawakan nga ng korte ng Pilipinas yan. We did not outsource that case outside of the country.
Opo, tsaka may history na rin po tayo, attorney, na mga high profile na mga kaso, past na mga presidente, hindi naman natin pinaubaya sa foreign courts, kundi dito din sila na trial.
Tama po. I was reminded of another, he calls himself law expert kasi din nga siya eh. Hindi ko na lang pangalanan. Sinabi niya na yung Republic Act 9851 kung saan nakalaad yung crimes against humanity for which the former president and Senator Bato is being charged. Pwede naman daw doon sa ICC dinggin kasi nga mabibigat na kaso ito. Nakalimutan na nga siguro niya na yung Republic Act 9851 is a domestic penal law addressed to our Philippine courts if there are issues or crimes covered under that law to be resolved. So, yun talaga ang, I don't know, there's been a lot of commentaries, but ako, isa lang ang sinusundan ko rito, Admar, at saka MJ. Yung Philippine Constitution na lang sundan natin. Yun na lang. Doon na lang tayo magbabase.
Opo.
Alam mo, I'll give you a parallelism lang dito ha. Sa civil case ito ha, ibig sabihin hindi masyado mabigat compared sa criminal case. Kahit na yung mga foreign judgment or orders na galing sa labas, hindi po self-executory yan pagdating dito sa Pilipinas. Ibig sabihin, dadaan po sila sa korte at gagamitin nila yung foreign judgment to invoke what they want to invoke before the Philippine court. Example, a foreign divorce na nasa labas. Hindi po pwede self-executory yan. Pupunta ka na lang sa local civil registry at mawalang visa yung kasal. Hindi po, dadaan po tayo sa korte niya. Civil case yan. Ibig sabihin, mas mataas pa yung standard ng criminal cases. Kung meron man. O, kung galing sa labas yan, edi idadaan natin sa Korte ng Pilipinas. Kasi mas mataas yung standard eh. No less than the life and liberty of the one being arrested is at stake. And it puts a higher premium. The Philippine Constitution, under the Bill of Rights, puts a higher premium insofar as the procedure and the basis, the substantive basis that would amount to a restriction of his rights or perhaps a peril in his liberty.
Opo. Attorney, siguro bilang panghuli, mensahe na lang po sa ating mga kababayan.
My appeal, and I continue to appeal, marami pong mga komentaryo dito. But magmamasid tayo kung ano yung tama. Let's be critical about what's happening in the country today. Critical in a sense na kung ano yung maririnig nyo, don't take it hook, line, and sinker. For one, for example, hindi po naiba at hindi po naiiba yung statement ng Office of the President at wala pa po tayong naririnig na ibang statement that in the words of President BBM, they do not recognize the jurisdiction of the ICC and will not cooperate in any way, shape, or form. And yet now, they're saying na kailangan nang arestuhin si Senator Bato. Has there been a change of policy? Or is there, I don't know how you're going to appreciate those statements. Iba yung sinasabi, iba yung ginagawa. So let's be critical about what's happening in the country right now. But whatever be the case, let's continue to pray for our country. Marami na pong naguguluhan, marami na pong nagagalit on both sides of the political divide. So I think it's more than imperative that we continue to pray for the country insofar as having to resolve this between and among ourselves. Tayo lang po ang makakalutas na itong problema sa bansa. Pilipino din po. Salamat.